All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel for tonight's podcast. We are going to start by doing our coffee tonight. So we're going to have a little coffee, maybe a little something extra in the coffee tonight. But we are going to put this and start it in our French press. So got a new French press the other day. So we're going to try it out tonight for the first time. Still using the Chardor, it's called Chardor grinder for the coffee beans. We still have Black Rifle AK coffee in here, so we're going to use that up first before we try something else. We're not sponsored by Black Rifle, not that I'm opposed to that, but we're not. So we also purchased a new kettle for hot water. So the hot water is ready to go. So we're going to pour that hot, look at that steam. Nice. We're going to get us some hot steamy water in there in the French press with our coffee, and then we're going to let that sit for a little bit, and we're going to have a fresh cup of, hopefully, super good coffee. It's pretty fancy. It wasn't very expensive at all, but the kettle was impressive. It only took about, I think it was less than 5 minutes on the heat up time.
Oh, yes.
The kettle was fast. Okay, great. So it's in.
Just let it sit there and let it steep.
Oh, it's like reheating. Nice. So we're going to let that steep and let it sit there. Then we'll press it down. And also got my new coffee mug. Yes, it has a pin in it and everything. Check that out. So it's on Amazon. Boom. Coffee mug. This is the new set piece, I guess, coffee mug. So that's what we're going to be having coffee in tonight.
I mean, if you haven't tried these, this is Avalanche. They have cappuccino, vanilla chai latte, and then vanilla latte. The little packets you put in hot water. Oh my gosh, they're very good.
Those are pretty good. I use those at work a lot on the go. Just a packet or two in water, hot water. Those are really good too. I like the chai. Is it
the
chai?
Vanilla chai latte?
No, I think it's just chai. It's just chai. I don't think it's. There's vanilla, there's cappuccino, and then there's just a chai.
Oh, gotcha.
So the chai one's really good. Okay, so tonight's topic is we're going to discuss a couple things just to kind of, we both suffer from these individually, I would say. But I know a lot of people suffer from this. A lot of our viewers, people who come across this video, PTSD, ADHD, and anxiety. And I know this is a big deal. A lot of people are suffering from this. We've got military, first responders, a lot of PTSD there, anxiety.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of it too lately in the news. PTSD sufferers and a lot of suicide related to PTSD. So that's why we thought it'd be a good subject to get out there. And
yeah, I think it's a good subject. I mean, everybody's searching for that stuff. I know, so just to give you a little background. So I have suffered from anxiety / panic attacks probably since I was 21. I think it started right about 21, 22. So I'm very educated in it. I've had it for a very long time. By no way am I an expert. We're not doctors. We're not trying to give medical advice on here. Talk to your doctor, right, is our advice.
Just giving you
some tips and some tricks that might work, some things that kind of help, and just kind of give you little backstories on where we got it, what we do with it, how we live with it on a daily basis, and how we continue to function with it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Not going to get into any kind of medications, prescriptions, because we're not doctors. Maybe some home remedies and stuff like that. That kind of has worked for us in the past. So we'll let you kick it off.
Well, I have had anxiety since I was probably about 16, I guess, when it first started.
Yeah. Just anxiety, the first?
Just anxiety. And I always thought that I had ADHD.
Right.
Through school. I mean, from about 12 or 13 on, I was always in advanced classes, but I always had struggled really bad with focusing, remembering things. I could study and study and study and couldn't retain things. I could read the same line in a book and not ever remember what I read. It was always really hard. I had bad test anxiety because of it. When I went to college, it got even worse. The test anxiety was horrible. The studying, retention was horrible. I think it got a lot worse after I was in my late 20s and I had to have a hysterectomy. So the hormones played a big role in it. And throughout my, teenage years and 20s, early 20s, and the doctors would just say, well, it's just hormones, or, your hormones are out of whack. I always had really bad hormone problems. I always had, ovarian cysts and all that kind of stuff. So they was just what they threw at it at the time. I'll take this pill, take this, deal with this,
Right.
take a few deep breaths, that kind of stuff. And it kind of just got, water thrown on it instead of, dealt with until I got into law enforcement. And then the PTSD compounded it, made it 1,000 times worse. And then, of course, over the last 10 years, there's been a bunch of trauma. And in my personal life, we haven't really dug in that. But there's been quite a few incidences along with all of the trauma from law enforcement. So it just made it even worse. And I guess the last, 5 or 6 years? About the last 5 years, it's gotten really bad. Like there for the longest time, I thought I'd had a stroke or something because I literally couldn't remember things that normal people can remember. Like I had to think about my date of birth. I had to think about, my, anything. I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't concentrate. It was just like you're walking around in a thick cloud all the time. And it's so frustrating. And I finally reached out, which was the hardest thing in the world. I reached out to a therapist and went through a bunch of testing and stuff and finally got diagnosed with ADHD.
Okay, pause for a second. So we'll go
51.
back. So that's what I was going to ask you. So when you reached out to a therapist, were you in law enforcement or out of law enforcement?
Out of it.
Okay, because I know sometimes in law enforcement, right? All right, so let's go back a minute though, right? So let's say you're in law enforcement, you're on a call, right? And you go to a shooting or a homicide or something like that. Isn't there a protocol on the department that says, listen, you need to go seek psych and talk to them before you can go back? Is there something like that?
Yeah. And like with the traumatic events in my personal life, that was the same way. You had to go to counseling before you could return to work. But I was really good, and that's one good thing about ADHD is you're really good at masking. I am the best at fake it till you make it. Put a smile on, and I could be having the absolute worst day of my life, and I can smile and everything's fine. And that was always my solution for everything was, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Shake it off.
But in the meantime, it's all like
it's all because you just shove everything down. That's what we were always taught. You shove it all down and you keep moving forward.
Taught where?
Law enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So law enforcement teaches you just push it down,
push it back,
suppress it, get it down there,
throw some dirt on it, keep going.
Under the rug kind of a thing. Yeah.
So, and all that stuff eventually rears its ugly head in the most inopportune moments and when you least expect it, and it just piles on top of piles on top of piles, and then you can't dig your way out of it. So then you're having anxiety attacks, you're having panic attacks, you're having sleep paralysis, you're having all these neurological issues, and then you're frustrated because when you do reach out, it's like, oh well, it's this, or oh well, it's that, or oh, it's hormones, and nobody wants to. They just won't throw a pill at it. Nobody wants to help you fix it. So, like I said, I was 51 years old when I finally got someone to go, yeah, that's exactly what's wrong. This is what we do to fix it now. So I have been in therapy for 6-7 months since we were in Louisville.
Yeah, I think maybe in Louisville you started it.
6 months,
I think.
So it's helping a lot. It's trial and error with medications, but it's getting there. I don't have the depression much anymore. I still have a little bit of the anxiety, and there's a lot of triggers. I mean, like I have, as well as I do, I have trouble like starting things like calling someone. You'll say, oh, I need you to call so and so, and I immediately shut down because that
Yeah, you don't-
confrontation, I can't.
You don't call anybody.
No.
If there's anything that goes on in our personal life, like I try and ask her to like
Bills, like
help out. I'm like, hey, can you do me a favor? Like I try and make most of them. Like, can you call the phone company, right? Like,
Yeah.
and ask why the bill's so high, or can you call these people and like, and she won't call them. She's like, no, I don't. You call them.
I can't.
So,
It's like a trigger. It just like.
which is weird because, like I said, like you were a police officer.
Yeah.
And you literally make traffic stops and talk to people at crime scenes, interrogate
but
people.
But that's different. Like I've told you a million times, you put the uniform on, it's a totally different, you get a totally different person. My family would tell you the same thing. I was a totally different person at home than I was when I was at work. When you put the uniform on, I don't know, it's like you have to be different. You have to be stronger. You have to be braver, whatever you want to call it. So it's just like, I guess you're putting your cape on.
Can I buy you one of those uniforms for home?
To wear all the time.
And maybe you could wear it and make a phone call. All right. So why make sure you watch that coffee because I want to know when it's ready. Because I'm ready for it pretty soon. So why do you think it took you till you were in your 50s to get therapy? Like, why didn't you get therapy when you're when you're in law enforcement? Why didn't you seek out therapy then? Especially the department would have provided it.
I think for me, it was admitting something was wrong. I think
with you, personally,
that you have something that's not right, that's damaged or broken. That's right. Your wiring is off or something.
Just didn't want people to know, maybe.
Yeah, now these days it's just like everybody has ADHD.
Yeah, but sounds like
it's also it's just sometimes it's just a label they throw at you too. And it may be hormones combined with trauma, combined with anxiety, and just not knowing how to work with that. I don't know yet.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. But I don't want to be on a pill for the rest of my life or pills for the rest of my life.
No.
So you got to find ways of coping with the issues or the symptoms of it to try to get through life without relying on a pill to fix everything.
Yeah. Well, squirrel.
Yeah.
So
that's
I can't help myself. This is part of I can't help it. So can you explain to the viewers, because I'm sure they're watching this video. We do record in 4K, so it's probably pretty clear why your hands are red. Because they're going to see that and be like, why is that lady's hands?
Beets. So, I cut up a bunch of beets.
So we made some. I just looked at that.
Some juice.
Yeah, we did some beets, making some beet juice, and so that's why someone's gonna see that and ask that question.
Yeah, like, it's not blood stains.
It's not blood stains. No.
Nice purpley beet juice.
Good deal.
Yeah, squirrel. I thought you're talking about me because that's
squirrel.
What I do.
You do squirrel a lot.
Squirrel. That's a prime symptom of ADHD is squirrel. And see, I have an excuse for butting in. One,
for interrupting, you mean?
I'll forget. If I don't say it when it comes into my head, it's gone.
I know somebody else like that. This buffering.
Buffering.
This is their new word. Like I'm buffering.
Buffering. So. But it's not that. It's that. And that's like one of my pet peeves is when somebody butts in and cuts you off when you're talking. But I have to get it out. It's like something in my head goes, get it out.
Yeah.
Or it's gone. I forget it.
Or you won't remember it.
No.
Well, we talked a couple episodes ago. I think we were going through some of our stuff, and we talked about you couldn't remember things from childhood.
I have no
memories of it.
The way I have no memories of the past like a week or so ago. It's like long-term memories gone. I have nothing. The way I see my life, I see like almost like a Polaroid. Like I see little shots of events that happen. And sometimes if I really think about them, I can remember, oh yeah, that was a birthday party at somebody's house. But I can't remember a birthday. I can't remember a Christmas. I can't remember, I can't remember anything. I can remember little glimpses of when my kids were born.
Right.
I can't remember events through their childhood. I can remember little glimpses of when I got married.
Yeah.
that was one of the only fights that we've ever had was when right after you proposed to me, because you asked me what you had said to me.
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't that I didn't remember what you said, and it was like amazing, but it doesn't stick in my head.
Yeah.
It's not because it wasn't a amazing moment that I want to cherish forever. It's
Or
just
tequila induced.
Well, that didn't help either. That didn't help at all. But it's just, it doesn't stay in my head. Like people have this Rolodex in their head where they can remember stuff.
Yeah, remember, you just don't.
I don't.
You don't have that.
No. You could tell me the most incredible thing that I would want to cherish for the rest of my life, and I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, you have noticed that because you did it today and yesterday too. Like you asked me something, like I literally just told you.
Oh, and you get so frustrated.
Like the day before, I'm like, I just said that, or you'd be like, what? And I'm like, I literally just told you that last night, and
I can't remember.
You don't remember it.
And the fidgeting, you've got to. It's called stimming. You have to be like moving. You have to be making some kind of sound, humming a song, or hear. You've got to be making some kind of noise or moving. It's just I can't sit still. It's really frustrating, actually.
Sorry, I'm a little impatient. I'm going to go slow. All right, we're going to start pressing the coffee. All right, so as we go on, so what have you found, I guess, that works for you? Now, we talked, I know, like, we're not going to get a medication and stuff like that, but I mean, like, home-based stuff, or like, your fidgeting and stuff. Like, what advice can you give to anybody that says, hey, like this?
Well, I can tell you for sure, like, that, remember the mushroom coffee that I got?
Like, vaguely.
Okay, so that stuff helps. The only thing that I don't know if this is normal with ADHD and PTSD, like medications, supplements, anything like that, if I take it for like more than a week or something, it stops working. It's just like in the hospital, pain medications. If I take it for more than a few days, it doesn't work anymore.
It's like you're immune to it.
Yeah, it's like your body just goes, nope,
rejects
no thanks, it. I'm done. And the doctor told me what it was, and I don't remember. But the mushroom coffee, I'm telling you what, I have not had so much clarity in decades when I drank that in the morning. Just amazing. But like I said, after drinking it for 4 or 5 days, I didn't notice anything. So I don't know if I needed to like take a break from it, try something else. But there's lots of good supplements like L-theanine and all that stuff that are really good. Lion's mane is really good for ADHD. There you go. You got almost 2 cups out of it.
Well, that's
a pretty decent sized cup.
That is pretty dark. I hope this is really good.
But like in college, the only way I could take a test, like 20 minutes before I would I would have to like do flashcards with everything, every possible thing in the book, and go over them every single day in the same environment. Like the same music would be playing, the same room.
Right.
I would go through them like 15 or 20 minutes a day, every single day, 2 or 3 times a day. And then I would do it like 30 minutes before I'd take the test. And then I'd put like a sugar packet underneath my tongue, empty a sugar packet.
For what?
It's supposed to like make all the neurons and stuff, I guess, in your brain, all the signals in your brain to start firing off really.
Sugar?
Yeah.
Really?
It goes straight to your brain from your mouth.
I've never heard of that before. Not saying it's not true. I've just never heard of it.
That was the only way I could take a test. I didn't ever take Adderall and all that stuff. But
no Adderall.
But
sugar packets.
That worked really good.
All right. What do you do at home?
I don't have to take tests at home.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean,
I take quite a few supplements.
All right, so give you a little background. So whether we're in the car, if we're sitting at home, if we're sitting at the doctor, if we're at a restaurant, it doesn't really matter where we are. Anywhere that we go, you cannot sit still. We've been to the movie, which we don't go hardly anymore to those. You don't sit still. Like it's usually the knee, the leg, the foot. Something is constantly shaking. Like, well, I know we were sitting somewhere recently, and I'm like, the whole thing's moving. Like, what's going on? Even at nighttime, you do it. Sometimes the bed's shaking. I'm like, what are you doing over there, right? Everything's moving because you can't stop. Right now, you're doing it. I can see it. Your foot's going right now. It's just shaking. And listen, I'm not saying it could be this thing that you have, right?
It's just the.
Well, what do you do to try and make that stop? Like recently, you started using what? I got you
like
some
fidget spinners and stuff like
some
that.
devices, right? That are supposed to help.
And that's like a good sensory tool. I'm really big on sensory things like these blankets. The soft and squishy, the better. The metallic things, shiny things, smooth things, magnetic things.
Yeah.
Not real noisy. I can't handle the noises. I can't handle a lot of noises. It's like there's chaos going on in your head all the time. So
right. So how do you? We talked about that on the other. I think it was our Christmas podcast. Possibly we talked a little about this. So you like to be in a quiet place, zero noise, just quiet.
Because I got enough noise up there.
Is that because there's stuff
so much
in your mind going?
And see, like at night though, I mean, like when I'm trying to go to sleep, I have to put earplugs in to go to sleep. Not headphones, but just earplugs, because one, I have tinnitus, so my head rings in like 4 different tones. But 2, if I hear like, a floor creak or a bird or the wind tapping something, I'm thinking constantly about everything, every sound that's going on. I can't like get into that sleep state or whatever, because you're always thinking. You're always running everything through your head. You're always woulda, shoulda, coulda, what if this, that, oh, what did I do that? Should I have done that? What happened? What do I need to do tomorrow? It's always going through your head a million times an hour. And so if I can turn as much of the noise off as I can,
right,
so that I don't have squirrel distractions going on around me, it's a little easier to go to sleep. But that's also part of it, is you don't sleep worth a flip. You wake up, and if you wake up, when you wake up, your mind immediately starts racing. So you just
what's it racing? I mean, I'm not that you need to get into your personal thoughts on camera. I'm just saying, but like, is it like a shopping list, like groceries? Is it like
sometimes
a to-do list? Like what? Or is it just like back memories? I mean, what is it?
Sometimes it's memories. Sometimes it's traumatic memories. And like I've played through a million scenarios. You just lay there at night, and it's whatever your brain focuses on it at that moment. It just sits there, and you can't get it out of your head. So you start playing it back over and over again. Well, if I did this different, or what if I'd have done that, or why didn't I say that, or why didn't I do that? So you just, it's exhausting. That's why you wake up. One, you don't sleep good, but that's why you wake up exhausted. You never get rest. Your brain never
shuts off. Yeah.
So it's not fun.
So you haven't. So okay. For people that are watching the video, or when they do watch this, right? It'll be posted tonight or tomorrow, but someone might find this video next year. Right? And come across it in a feed or something like that. So like, for someone that's been through different things, whether it be PTSD, law enforcement, some personal things that have went on in your lifetime, the ADHD, the anxiety, what would you say to others that are going through this, that maybe you could give some non-medical advice, right? It's like, what helps kind of suppress it? What helps you get from point A to point B? Is there anything that you bought in, something that you use, something that you do specifically to suppress some of that?
First and foremost, I'd say find a good therapist.
Get therapy.
Yeah, find somebody that you can talk to, not just one of your friends, because they don't understand the mechanics. They don't understand the whole situation. So find someone, a therapist that you can talk to, and look into, I mean, you got to deep dive into everything and research everything, because like my therapist had suggested that, I think it's EMDR, I think it is, therapy, where they put you in like a hypnotic state, and you have to relive the traumatic events.
Right.
in a controlled setting.
Yeah.
And I just,
Like you're just afraid of it.
yeah.
Not knowing it might help, because I think the
It
therapist
might
did say
help. They
there
said
was
it's super
helped a lot of people,
successful.
but you got to think you want to relive that stuff and go
Yeah,
back through it
I didn't
again.
want to live it the first time, so I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
that I can survive it the second time.
Yeah. How about alcohol?
That's not a solution.
Well, you hear a solution all the time. People that have PTSD, they go through a lot of stuff. Everybody goes to alcohol, right?
Yep.
And I think it just makes it.
That just makes you an alcoholic.
Well, number one, yeah, but number two, I think it just again, you're suppressing it. You're just pushing it somewhere else.
You're just covering it up with something. You're just masking it with something else. But definitely therapy. I highly suggest it to anybody. I mean, you can't go back and you can't do it over if you take the wrong step. If you take the wrong road and you get to the point that, I mean, a million people have been, I've been there plenty, where you just think, well, this is just the easier option, is to opt out. And that's not the easier option for, if anything, for the people that love you. It's not the easier option. I promise you, it's not the easier option. It's not something that the people that you leave behind will ever deal with, ever. And I'm not the one to talk to about suicide prevention or anything like that, but because I have different opinions on the whole situation. But I can definitely say that if you find yourself at that point, and it's really easy to get at that point, especially with PTSD and anxiety and ADHD, because it pushes you to that point on a regular basis. You just feel hopeless and you feel like you can't figure it out. You can't get any help. You just get these people throwing pills at you, and people that just want to say, suck it up and move on. And that's not the way to go. So find a therapist, find somebody that can help you work through it. If it is that EMDR or whatever it is, there's also some kind of therapy that I'm really interested in, that I would really like to try, but it's not, I don't know how long it's been about. So, but it's like a magnetic, they put a magnet on a specific hemisphere of your brain, and it's supposed to rewire your brain, basically. I'm not real educated on it yet, but I'm digging. But that's something I would be very interested in, if that could completely, I don't know, that everybody talks about we're neurodivergent. We're not.
There goes the thought.
Yeah, squirrel.
Squirrel.
We're not attention deficit. We're overactive.
Yeah.
Attention. I mean, we over focus. We hyper focus. Anyway, that might be something that I would definitely want to look in.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take 15 different medications for the rest of my life.
No, I don't think a lot of people want to be on medicine and stuff like that. So I don't.
And you don't know what's in those. Oh my gosh. You don't know what's anything.
Yeah.
Anything more.
Oh, meditation. You ever tried that?
That beat that I can't meditate.
No.
God, no.
You ever tried it?
Can't sit still long enough.
But have you tried it?
Oh, yeah. I've tried. I've sat in a quiet room and sat there and thought, okay, I'm going to take some deep breaths. Did I leave the stove on? Where's that red shirt? Do I hear the laundry going? What do I got to do next week?
So you can't shut it off enough.
No.
To like sit and meditate for 10 minutes.
No.
Because you can't shut off the Rolodex in there from keep spinning.
No. You can't. There's no on-off switch. If someone knows of an off switch, please let me know, because I would love to be able to turn everything off.
Yeah, that'd
even
be
if
great,
it's just
right?
for a few minutes.
That would be great. Well, yeah, and again, if anybody has any tips, tricks, please share them in the comments. I think
absolutely.
That we're all here to help each other, and like anybody would try anything, especially once you've experienced these things. I think you're willing to do whatever it takes if it'll help, right?
Anything, yeah. Anything. I mean, within reason. I'm one of those. I've never liked the smell of marijuana, and I will never smoke marijuana. So that's just completely
That's off the table.
for
You
me.
wouldn't try that one.
Yeah, and I have had one experience with a gummy, a fraction of a gummy, and that was the worst experience of my life. So that's not ever happening again. So
Wasn't really a gummy. Wasn't it like CBD or something?
no.
Well, you tried CBD.
I tried CBD.
Because we went and got
didn't
some and didn't do anything.
Nothing.
To relax
tried
you or
a
anything.
piece
It was a
of
THC gummy.
THC gummy.
Yeah.
Never again in life.
No good.
No. I'm surprised I didn't go on a killing spree in that house. Because that was about as most psychotic as I've ever felt in my life.
Really?
It was crazy.
Jace.
Mm-mm.
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm. See, I saved your life. Is that good?
That is good. You would not like it. Mom would definitely not like it. I mean, you could see it. You could see in this.
Oh yeah.
You could see how dark that is.
No, Mom likes light colored
brown
water.
She likes brown water.
Yeah.
This you could not let you taste it, but you won't drink it. It has a little bit of creamer in here, but it's pretty strong.
It's hot.
Well, it's warm. It's not hot anymore. I mean, it was hot, but it's got a bold kick to it. You know, you've got some coffee in there. There's no. It's coffee.
See,
You like creamer. She's a creamer drinker with a little coffee added. Right?
Louise used to make fun of me because we would go to this breakfast joint in the mornings and sit down, and you know the little creamer cups? They would bring the little bowl of creamer cups, and I probably went through 15 or 20 of them suckers, and I would just peel them off, dump them in, and stack them inside of each other. She took pictures one time. It just cracks her up because I like my creamer with some coffee. Yeah. And I like it cold. I don't like hot coffee at all.
Now listen, we're off topic a little bit, but we're going to talk about the coffee because we're talking about. I like hot coffee. I do like cold coffee. We were, for a period of time, we got hooked on Sonic's.
Oh, they're iced coffee.
Iced coffee. I don't remember what state we were in when we got it because we moved a lot.
Mississippi.
But we drank it almost daily. We would go there and get a large iced, I don't know if it was vanilla, whatever it was. Sonic had a really good iced coffee. I like iced coffee, but I also like hot coffee. I like hot coffee. But this here, excuse me, is I know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I watched a program the other day on somebody talking about plastics. I'm going to mess it up, but meta plastics or whatever it was called, but saying that you should not be drinking cured coffee. And
because they're made
because the K cup, right? So you have that K cup and it has coffee inside of it. And when you put that in your coffee machine and it starts to disperse it, it leaks plastic into the coffee and you're drinking plastic pretty much at that
particles,
point.
Yeah.
So that's why I have one of these. It's fresh coffee beans. It goes right into the grinder and right into a glass of hot water.
Well, does it do the same thing that's plastic?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's cold. Right? This isn't heated up.
No.
I think the thing they're talking about is when the Keurig gets hot, it doesn't melt the plastic, but it warms it up enough where the particles somehow, I'm not a scientist, but disperse in there somehow. Mm-hmm. They say way against it. This is the way to go. And the kettle and just boom, boom. And it's fresh. I mean, that's like as fresh as you can get.
We used to drink iced coffee every single day. We drank, it was coffee, creamer, and
chai.
Vanilla chai latte.
Yeah.
Mixed together.
In a big pitcher.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we used to drink that a lot in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a pitcher of that every day. We would make it. Yep. We never ran out of that stuff.
Nope. So good.
And it was good. I'm just the opposite. So I can do coffee, but I only drink typically a cup.
Yeah.
I don't drink more than 1 cup of coffee, and then I'm done for the day. My downfall is diet. So when I was younger, probably like 20s and so on and so forth, I was avid about Mountain Dew. Everybody knew it. That was my drink. Mountain Dew, regular Mountain Dew. That's all I drank. And I would drink, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 cans a day of Mountain Dew. And that was my drink. And then the sugar was god awful in those. So I went to diet. So now anything I drink is 0 sugar, right? Now I know people are going to say, I know there's aspartame in it, stuff that's not good for you. I get that. but I got to have something, right?
You're going to die.
I mean,
Everybody's going to die.
if that's the worst thing that I do, I don't do any drugs. I've never done any drugs. I'm not an alcoholic. I drink socially. I don't smoke cigarettes. Like I do some things that aren't perfect. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm just saying, zero sugar diet Dr. Pepper, whatever we bought, the black cherry is good. I drink Coke Zero almost every morning. We stop and get a Coke Zero. We talked about that if you go watch our other episodes on the gas stations and their machines that don't work half the time. So yeah. All right, well, off topic. We squirreled that one enough.
Okay, so let's talk about your anxiety. How do you deal with that? What are some of the you could tell some of the I guess some of the tricks and tips that we've tried and that sometimes they work okay, like the cold pack on your neck, or we did the lavender. You do the lavender, that works pretty good.
Yeah, so let's go back a little bit, right, to where this started. I think, right, and just so kind of like yours, right? Where did it come from? Like I didn't even know anything about anxiety. I didn't know what it was. Like I told you, I first got this in my 20s. I remember I was living in Las Vegas. Lived there for about a year and a half. I was working security for the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, and I don't know. Just one day I got up and I was like, what? I guess didn't feel right. I didn't feel real good. I felt kind of dizzy and just stayed home. And then I went to work one day and was going through my shift or something and started feeling really odd again. Like really like not sick, like to my stomach or nauseous, but just like I felt like my insides were running 100 miles an hour. I couldn't slow it down. My heart was like rapid. And I just I left. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I don't feel good. I went home. So fast forward like a couple weeks, and then I was homebound for I would say for sure almost 2 months, where I didn't leave my house, my apartment. I was in an apartment, but I didn't leave my apartment for almost 2 months. I didn't leave the couch because every time I would get ready to go to work, or I would get ready to get in the car, or I had a motorcycle at the time, I started like having these thoughts, and I started like feeling like, okay, something bad was going to happen. So I would just go back in the house, and I couldn't get myself out of that rut for a very, very long time, which was tough because things suffered from that. Relationships, job, of course, you can't keep a job if you're not going to work and didn't have any doctors. So I started seeing a ton of doctors. Immediately went to the doctor. I said, something's wrong. They did all these tests. They said, no, everything's fine. We don't see anything wrong with you. I'm like, well, that doesn't help because something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but I know I don't feel right. I'm off balance. I can't really stay steady. I felt lightheaded all the time. Something just wasn't right. So they sent me to specialists. I saw ENTs. I've had CAT scans. I had, if you think of the test,
MRIs,
I had
CTs.
MRIs. I was on a treadmill. I had a stress test. EKGs for a week or whatever you were. Everything you could imagine. So fast forward, it never really went away. I eventually went back to work. I wasn't like out forever, but I still suffered from it, and it was tough. And I remember going back home. I don't know what year it was, but back home where I grew up in Michigan, and family was there and stuff, and talking to my parents about it. And, they didn't know. Like, they're like, what do you mean what's wrong? You go to work, like, you're fine. And I think no one knows about it at that time. It was just something new, right?
Sure.
Started seeing doctors there, and then same thing. They said, listen, I remember a doctor I saw one time, a really nice guy. He came in and he said, look, on paper, you're as healthy as you possibly could be. There's nothing wrong with you. All of your blood, everything's fine. He said, I think it's in your head. I'm like, what? He's like, I think it's in your head. He's like, I think you need to go see a therapist. And I was like, come on now. I was probably in my late 20s at this point or something. So I said, all right, fine, whatever. So I went and scheduled an appointment with a therapist. I remember going there. I don't know what name. I could take you to it because that's how my memory remembers stuff. Went down there, scheduled an appointment with this lady. I sat in a couch in her office for probably about an hour. And she asked me all kinds of questions, probably like by the book questions, like, therapists do, right? I'll never forget it. I got done at the end of the session. And you know me, like I'm a talker, you guys. I just don't stop talking. I can talk for hours and hours. No matter what it's about, I can have a conversation with you about no matter what it is. So we got done and she looked at me and she said, "You don't need therapy." And I was like, "I didn't think that I did." And she's like, "No, I don't know what's going on with you." She's like, "I'm not saying that, you have some stuff, maybe childhood or some other things that making this appear now, but she said, you don't need therapy. I'm not going to make you come here because it's not what you need." So I was like, okay. So I left. And then again, I still suffered from this. It never went away. And it was just, how do you cope with it? So then the doctor started throwing like you medications, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try this medicine, try this. They were all benzo medications. And I would try some, like, well, no, I don't like that. I can't function. I'm tired all the time. I'm sleeping. But geez, I'm trying to think. I don't remember the job I was at. I think one of my jobs I was at, and I had what I thought was anxiety, right? But it turned a little bit deeper. So then the anxiety turned into what we call panic attacks. And I remember talking to people about this, and I think I talked to my dad and my mom, I'm sure, one time. I'm not trying to say they like pushed it off, but they didn't know about that stuff. Like
ADHD.
Not so much. I know like some of that stuff's hereditary. I think my mom has some of that. My sister has a little bit of it, but I don't think as bad as I have gotten it. I get it about the worst. So anyways, I was at work, had some anxiety stuff going on. And then like I would start having what I call a panic attack. Like my heart would literally start like beating out of my chest. I had the sweats. I mean, my just whole head was sweating. I was clammy. I felt really lightheaded, like I was dizzy, and I had to sit down. Mm-hmm. So I remember going into the office, the main office where I worked, and the next thing I know, I was like, there was the manager was like over top of me, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. Why? What happened?" He's like, "You just passed out, like you were out cold." I was like, "What?" Had no clue, right? EMS showed up. Deli's test. I said, "Well, you want to go?" No, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm fine. Right. And so that was kind of weird, but that started the process. Like at year after year after year, they continued to get worse. I still had the anxiety. I still had these panic attack episodes to where I would either not go anywhere because I was afraid. So they call the panic attack, how they define this is it's like pending doom, right? So you're afraid that something bad is going to happen if you do this, right? So like I would not go to work sometimes because I'm like, I don't want to go to work because what if, this is the big panic attack thing, right? What if I go to work and it happens again? Mm-hmm. So therefore you eliminate that and don't go, right? So I took myself out of a ton of situations because I didn't want it to happen. And I wasn't really on a medication. They were trying some things. It just wasn't working. But I would do some, like, there was nights, and we've had some of those since, and listen, I'm in my 50s now. And now it's gotten better. I've learned some things that I'll talk about. But there's some episodes now that
have gotten worse.
I get in the middle of the night where I'm sleeping. I wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in a full-blown panic attack. Now, a doctor once told me that a panic attack is on a level, 1 to 10. Mm-hmm. If you can get to the attack before it passes a 6, right, which is about midway through it, you can get it calmed down. If it's past the 6 level and it's at a 7 or higher, you might as well forget it. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get down. The reason being is because how he explained it was that it's the body's way of keeping you alive, right? Your heart's beating so fast that the body shuts down. That's why you pass out, because it's trying to make sure everything's running where it's supposed to be. So that's why you pass out, because it's saying, well, emergency, it pulls the lever, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. But I explained this to doctors. I'm like, how do I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning in a full-blown panic? I'm dead asleep. I'm not thinking about anything. I didn't have a dream. And they said, well, maybe it's a subconscious thing and you just don't know you dreamt about it. And I try to think, like, I don't usually drink caffeine super late at night anymore because, like they said, stay off caffeine, stay off of this. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol, like very rare. So it was really hard. And to this day, I still cannot pinpoint where they're stem from, what causes them. I have seen therapists and had some conversations. They do have some medications that I take now daily that are helping a little bit. But for me, I'm like you. I don't want to be on no medicine, right? I don't take anything. I'm not a medicine guy.
Nope.
I don't take medicine.
I didn't even take Tylenol before all this.
Yeah, I don't like it. So I try to find some things that work. So of course I did what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I YouTubed anxiety, panic attack disorder.
Yeah, but we're not talking about panic attacks like you can breathe into a bag and calm yourself. We're talking about like since we've been together, I know of 5 major ones. Like to the point that I was in the hospital. He took me to the ER, like my stomach. Okay. So I'm laying on the gurney waiting, to be dealt with. And he's just out of nowhere. Of course, we hadn't slept. We'd been in the ER for God knows how long, hadn't eaten good. And anything associated with his stomach or, when he gets really tired, doesn't sleep good, whatever, it snowballs into one of these attacks. But this was to the point that they brought a crash cart in on him, took me out of the bed and put him in the bed because they thought he was coding. So, and then you had one whenever you had the kidney stone.
Kidney stone, yep.
Literally, I watched the life leave his body. He's sitting in the seat of the truck. He had to go sit down for a little bit and cool off. It was in the middle of summer. We were on the food truck.
Yeah.
He was hurting, so he went and sat down, and I went to check on him. I literally watched him die in front of me. His head went back. He did that last little breath, was white as a ghost to the point that his gums went dry and white. His eyes went dry. No breathing, no nothing. And me, I punched him in his chest.
Thanks.
I skipped the sternal mode, but went straight to a punch in his chest, and he came back within a few seconds, but he was gone. This is not like your typical, I need to sit down, I'm getting lightheaded, breathe in a bag, take a few deep breaths, say some woosahs kind of panic attacks. Yeah. These are massive panic attacks.
Yeah, and I remember that, and I have had a couple of those episodes that are really, really bad. But now, like, I'm to the point where, unless it's the middle of the night, I know they're coming. I can feel it most of the time. I can get up in the morning sometimes. I'll come out and be like, okay, I don't feel good. Start getting the stuff because I know what I need, right? So, for instance, cold water. I always need a bottle of cold water to sip on because I'm really dry, right? A cold wash rag, or we've used like vegetables in the freezer.
Yeah.
Something to stimulate, put on the back of my neck to try and cool the body down is a good, for me, it worked, right?
Because we tried like the spicy foods, we tried sour candies. That was another thing that we tried.
Yeah, I think the original thing that really started this that we tried was lavender. Essential oils. Tried lavender. I would rub that on my hands, the bottom of my feet, back of my neck, and that would help calm down a little bit.
It's anything to break that cycle in your head.
Yeah, now we have, I wish I had it in here, but I don't have it. It's in my bag.
It's a little nasal.
It's an inhaler.
Nasal.
So it's like, if you guys ever remember seeing those Vicks inhalers that you just unscrew it and you sniff it in your nose, same tube, but it's lavender. So I carry those everywhere. I have one in my bag at work. I have one at my desk. Just because if I start feeling, I just can inhale a couple of those lavenders. I used to have a necklace that I wore that had a locket that opened and you could wet it with essential oils. But the tube works really good. We did try hot sauce. People said, hey, if you start having a panic attack, you got to stimulate. You want to break it, like have the mind go somewhere else.
Like a divided attention.
Yeah. So we tried the hot sauce. I've done a ton of everything. People, if you mention it, I tried it because I'm like, well, I'll try anything to stop this.
Well, the last doctor even said it could be the sleep thing. What'd she say?
I don't know.
The narcolepsy.
Oh yeah, a part of narcolepsy, not like where you just fall asleep suddenly, but something to do with that. So yeah, they wanted me to go see a neurologist or something like that, but it's gotten better. I would say the anxiety, I function. I go to work every day. I have some episodes still while I'm at work. I've had a couple. It's really weird because all right, so backtrack a little bit we talk a lot about carnivore, and we're going to do an episode on carnivore, but this is where this kind of happens, right? For some reason, everything started in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So like my anxiety, especially the panic attacks, every time I would get them, I felt like my stomach was really sick. I didn't feel good. I never threw up, but like I was really sick to my stomach, or I had like bad stomach cramps or something. So I started to change my diet. So we went on carnivore back in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was on carnivore for like the first month, I think 30 days, I started noticing I had no stomach pain. I wasn't, of course, bloated, but I didn't have any of those. And it which took the decline, right? The anxiety, that everything kind of went down there. I was like, well, let's stick with this a little bit, right? And so now I could say back on carnivore again for a month and a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
And again, I can tell it's gotten better. Prior to this, when we moved here to Florida, I was not on carnivore, and I had some episodes to the point where what happens, for those of you that have experienced this, it is what I call fight or flight mode,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she can attest to this. We didn't talk about this before the podcast. I've been on my phone at work, sent her a text, come get me now.
Oh, yeah.
And because I feel it. I feel I'm starting to get lightheaded. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So now it's the run episode,
and you get
right?
real aggressive.
Yeah, I get it really agitated. And I'm like, come get me right now. So, of course, she'll get in the car from wherever she's at. And then on many occasions, I've told her, well, stop. I'm okay. You don't need to come now. And we're talking in a matter of like 2 or 3 minutes.
I drive in circles sometimes.
So sometimes it just goes away. And I'm like, no, I think I'm okay now. I think I can stay. But in that moment, that's what happens. It just freaks you out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check that camera and see what happened. Something happened. Oops. I don't know what that was. Anyway, sorry. Thought we had a malfunction on the camera. So it happens so quick, and then it's scary, and it's like a fight or flight for me.
Mm-hmm.
And now last night, okay, so just to give you some, we didn't even discuss this, but like she had to go to work last night, late, an overnight shift, right? And I was home by myself, which is rare that happens. We're always here together typically. But so the mind starts to go, right? Already I could feel it. My mind was already saying, okay, she's not here. She's gone. You're here by, and I have my dogs, of course, but like you're here. What if, here comes this what if again, right? Something happens. Now what? If I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning again and I have a full-blown panic attack, she's not here for me to say, hey, I need help. And that's the thing. That's what you have to get rid of, because the thought process, you can actually think and talk yourself into a panic attack.
Yep.
Because you're putting those thoughts in your head. So I've learned not to do that. But again, like we talked the other day on our podcast, I'm not a quiet person. I don't do that. Freaks me out because that causes me anxiety. That causes me to have high anxiety. And so last night when I went to bed, I turned on my phone. I had something playing. I have to have some noise, because my mind goes differently than yours does. It starts freaking out because I start thinking things. So I played that last night and I was fine. But like, there are some things I don't do. So we talked about this with your ADHD, the anxiety. So for years, I don't put myself in situations that I can't get out of. Meaning, I remember back in the day when I worked for Kohl's, going to events, had to go. It was a meeting, right? I had to go attend. And they're like, oh, we're going to fly you out there, put you in a hotel. You're going to room with somebody and for 2 or 3 days. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Number one, I don't want to be in an airplane. Number two, because I can't control it, right? Number two, what happens? My whole mind's like, what if something happens? I don't have a car. How am I going to get out? How am I going to go anywhere? Like there's no out for me. So that was difficult to try and get through that. And now today, same thing. I hate not having a way out.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want the car typically with me or close to me so that she can come get me if something happens. I don't want to so I don't do that. The reason we talked the other day on our podcast about we don't go to concerts, we don't go to big events, because I don't want to be in a situation that I know is going to overstimulate me. It's going to make my anxiety higher, which could then draw out the panic attack. And then how do I get out? There's 3,000 people in this concert. How am I going to get through the crowd, get to the car? So I just don't put myself in those situations anymore because
like
I know.
Walmart, something.
Yeah, Walmart.
Well,
I don't go to Walmart either.
You feed off of my anxiety too, because when my anxiety is high, it makes you anxious. So
yeah,
then it's like a vicious circle.
Yeah, I think it is. And there's some other things like we talked about, just like you were referencing like I know I have to have a certain amount of sleep. Mm-hmm. If I don't get enough rest or I have uninterrupted sleep sometimes, it's not good. And that night we were in the hospital for I don't know how many hours.
We were there like 16
It was
hours.
A long time. We haven't slept good, didn't eat. And so I think that kind of like started to wear on my body. I don't know what it is. Doctors can't figure it out.
My theory is the same one. I don't remember what doctor talked to us about it, got us on that thought process was the overactive vagal
nerve, vagal vagus.
He called
vagal
it,
vagus.
What did you call it? A bagel? Vagal nerve? Vagus bagel?
Yeah.
But he has like a hypersensitive, hyperactive vagal response to stress.
All right, we're going to try a little of this.
Oh, you're going to put
so
vodka?
This is Belvedere Dirty Brew. It's called Belvedere Dirty Brew. It's organic coffee flavored vodka. So we picked this up at, I don't know, Total Wine or somewhere.
Yeah.
We saw this on an end cap, so we're going to try it. Dirty Brew, organic coffee flavored vodka. It
just came out.
So we're having a little coffee, so we're just going to put a little bit in there. Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark like coffee. Mm-hmm. See if that's any good with that coffee.
I bet it'd be good with like some Baileys in it, maybe.
Oh, I love Baileys and Kahlua is good. Mm-hmm. Still smells like coffee. But
it's not like super strong. It's only like 40. I think it's like
I don't know if it's
proof or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I don't know. I don't have my Hubbles on, so.
You really can't taste it.
You just barely put it in there.
Yeah, I just taste.
Yeah, it's not super.
I just taste coffee. Yeah, so we thought that we heard of that about the vagal nerve or whatever. We did some research on that just to see what it entails. But listen, I still don't know today. I don't have the cure for it. All I try and do is treat the symptoms. I definitely think 100% the carnivore for me, right? Not for everybody, but for me, that helps because it makes my stomach not hurt, which that seems to, when I had stomach issues, cause the anxiety and stuff to come up.
Right.
Because I remember having panic attacks in Benton, and I was in a lot of stomach pain.
I think I remember the first one you had was when we were on a plane.
We were on the way to Key West.
Oh.
Flying an airplane.
You talk about panicking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, okay, what do we do? Oh, we can't get off the plane.
Yeah, you can't. You just have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't have PTSD. I think
you might have a little.
The therapist that I saw recently, where I've been seeing them a couple of times now, said everybody has this, to your point, you have ADHD. We talked a lot about my childhood, teenage years, growing up, they go through the whole process. But
traumatic events from...
It is, but I still I told her some of this hereditary. My mom has it. My sister has it, right? They're both on medication for that stuff, but not as bad as I have it. I don't think they've had the attacks like me. Like mom can do the bag thing and calm down. Mine just, buddy, when it goes, it goes. Yeah. And, I remember my dad, of course, he's not alive anymore, but when my dad was alive, we talked and he used to get mad because he'd tell me, he's like, why do you keep leaving work? You can't leave work, son. Stay at work. And I told him, he's like, well, listen, so what? If it happens, it happens. At least let it happen at work so they know, hey, something happened or whatever. And he always told me, he's like, here's the thing. It's coming. Just lay down and that's it. just know that if when you pass out, you're gonna come back.
Yeah.
That's what he told me all the time. Just you got to tell your brain, listen, if I pass out, I pass out. You're gonna wake up, And listen, this was different. I didn't get into all this, but when I was a kid, little, I'm talking like 6, maybe, go to the doctor, and I used to pass out all the time at the doctor.
Blood.
Mom will tell that story. They come prick my finger. Oh, we got to take blood. We got to give them a shot. As soon as that needle came out and I'd pass right out. And so Dad would take me, and they were like, Mr. Lee, like, he's laying on the floor. Oh, we got to be passed out. So they knew when I came in, they're like, well, just lay him down. There's no reason to even stand him up right now. Just lay him down because we know he's going to pass out. So I don't know if it was like a fear of needles and stuff, but then I was talking like a therapist today, and she looked and she's like, really? What's all this? Right now, I think I currently have 23 tattoos.
I thought you had.
Is my what
I thought it was in the 30s now.
I think it's 23. I don't know. I haven't counted them in a while. But I've sat through tattoo sessions that were 6 hours long, and only had like a break, maybe 1 or 2. And that needle doesn't bother me. I don't pass out, don't get lightheaded. So I don't know what all that was from as a childhood. Now it's not that way. You go take blood, no problem. I don't pass out from that. It was just a childhood thing. So I don't really know what it's from, but I can tell you this. For anybody that's watching this video, panic attacks are real.
Yeah.
Anxiety is super real.
Yeah.
And for someone to look and be like, oh, well, you're just, no, I will take you to task every time, because I try and stay pretty healthy, and I don't do any drugs. I don't do anything that would like make me have these things. So like, this is a real thing, and they're scary as crap.
Like the most recent one, it was to the point that they did a stroke assessment on him. They saw him when we walked in the ER, and they watched his decline just in a few minutes from the time he walked in the door until they started doing a stroke assessment on him. This is a man that's like he said, he never stops talking, but he never forgets anything. He has like a photographic memory, can remember minute details that happened 50 years ago. And I mean, like, I literally, he's my Rolodex. If I need to remember something, I say, hey, so we need to get this, this, and this when we go grocery shopping next week. And he's like, okay, got it. It's in the file. Got it. But this is a man that couldn't remember. He couldn't get the words out to say his name and date of birth. This is how strong of effect these panic attacks have.
Yeah, and I noticed, like, recently, I would say in the last 6 months, maybe year, I've started to notice, like, I remember going into that hospital and walking in, and I had a really hard time walking.
Yeah.
Like, keeping my balance.
We had to put you in a wheelchair.
I felt really, like, off balance and lightheaded. And even now, like, we talk about stuff like, I tell you, I have like this pressure thing going on, where like we'll just drive to the store and I get out of the car and I stand there for a few minutes, because it's like, I don't know how to explain it. And I hope this video goes I hope it goes viral and people can watch this one day.
Somebody.
And they could not only help everybody else, but help me, because I still don't know what it is. I get out, and it's like an airplane. I hear this pressure builds in my ears as soon as I get out of the car and stand up, and then my head starts to it's like an instant headache, but it only lasts for like, I don't know, a minute, maybe a minute and a half. And I just look at her and I'm like, just give me a second.
And you look drunk.
And then I can walk into the store. We were in a military base. We were with Mom.
Yeah.
What's that? Virginia.
In Virginia.
We're in Virginia. Went to the PX, whatever it was, right? And we were in there, and I was fine. Walked in there, no problem. Felt great. And as soon as we hit there, I stopped, and I said, no. I felt it. I started getting lightheaded. My ears started getting really full, almost like a ringing state. My head started hurting. I went to the cooler. I grabbed a bottle of water, and I just leaned on the shopping cart. And I tried to sit down, and I was just like, okay, give it a few minutes.
You're not super coherent. I mean, you're kind of like slurring your speech.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The doctors can't tell me what it is. But it's scary. And I live with this every single day, without a doubt. Now, listen, I take a bag to work. You guys have seen my tactical insertion bag that I carry every day, right?
Your fanny pack.
And I keep a lot of stuff in there. I keep my medication. I keep the lavender tubes in there. Those are always go-tos. But I also know, right? Now I've done my research, so I know I'm not supposed to have a lot of caffeine. It'll increase your anxiety, right? I also know that alcohol will do it if it's in. No, hold on, not that kind of alcohol. But I remember when I was younger, in my 20s or something, right? Go out to the bar and just tie one on. Listen, I was down the next day because that would increase my anxiety because I was hungover, my stomach was sick, so that was out of commission now. Yeah. So no, we only drink socially and stuff like that. But yeah, it was at a point where it ran my life to where I couldn't function, and I didn't like that. And I was like, listen, this is ridiculous. There's got to be a way, right? So now I think I just try and talk myself out of it and mind over matter, and just say, listen, like last night,
when they're,
like we didn't even talk
low that you do that.
Yeah,
when they're up there, 6,
no, when
7,
they're full
8,
blown, there's nothing I can do about it. I just do what I can.
You just gotta ride the wave,
ride it out, and then I'll come back to, and I don't know what caused it. But anyways, we didn't even discuss this. I hadn't talked to her about it, but yeah, last night was different. Now I knew I had the dogs here,
and I knew that. Yeah.
I mean, the dogs are here and they help. I mean, especially Abel. He's usually with me in the bed. He's a service dog, so he kind of senses it and will come up and lay on me and stuff if something starts going south. But yeah, and I just said, okay, listen, you're fine. Laying here, I'm just going to turn something on my phone, which I did. I think that's the toughest part for us, is trying to coexist with these totally different needs.
Yeah.
She needs it quiet. I need noise. How do you do that? Right. And I know I've bought some headphones like for bed, like just so I need to have my noise. She needs to have her quiet. So how do you do that? It's really difficult sometimes to do because I can't sit in silence, and it drives me crazy, and I think it hurts my anxiety. Where just the opposite, if there's a bunch of noise going on, she's like, oh my God, shut all that stuff off.
Oh yeah.
It runs her. So we try and meet in the middle somewhere. I don't know. We're still working on it. I just don't, it's a thing. But listen, people are going to see it. I've done the ASMR a lot. That helps. I just turn one on. Yeah. There's a couple people I think that I've followed that I just watch it. The breathing, the time breathing and stuff helps. And I've also noticed too, I would say recently I've noticed since I've been carnivoring and exercising.
Yeah,
it's gotten a little better because I get my workout in on my boxing and stuff. So I think I don't know if it releases
endorphins,
adrenaline. I don't know, but it helps. Endorphins. The exercise helps, but I don't have the cure for it. I wish I did, but hopefully people watch this and they'll say, hey, listen, try this, try that. Because again, I'm at that point. I'd try anything just to make it go away because it's god awful.
Definitely. I've tried every herbal thing you can think of and every natural remedy and all that stuff. But I mean, like, just an example, like so when we did the cabin for Christmas with the whole family thing, I loved it. But at the same time, it was the worst.
Because all the noise, right?
All the people, you're all in one, all the people under one roof. And I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
We're planning another one the 4th of July, and there'll be even more people. And my anxiety is already through the roof. I'm just complete dread. But at the same time, awesome, because I love our family and I want to, it's just like the coolest thing. And we have so much fun, and I love being with our family. But in my head, I'm going, oh my God, I won't survive it.
Yeah.
I will lose it.
It'll be tough.
It'll be miserable.
We listened to a podcast, actually, the Sean Ryan Show. If you guys haven't watched that, you need to go watch it on YouTube. Sean Ryan Show, it's called.
Got some really good stuff.
He is, he's a ex-SEAL, ex-CIA agent. He has a podcast now called Sean Ryan Show. Anyways, he did an episode months ago in his backyard or something, right? And he suffers, of course, from PTSD, military stuff, like anxiety. And he mentioned on there one time about upsetting family. And similar to me and you, like he said, he gave some points, right? Number one, I don't put myself in situations I can't get out of. Number two, when he goes to visit family or events, he said, I always get a hotel. And he said, it upsets my family because I don't stay with them, right? I'm always at a hotel. But he says, they don't understand. He's like, I need a place to go if I need to leave right now, is what he said. Like, listen, if I don't leave here right now, things are going to go bad.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
he says, that's why I do that, because I have to have my own car or a rental or whatever. I want no one driving me anywhere. I'm not going, oh, hey, I'll come pick you up and take. No, I'll drive myself. He said, I got to have my own vehicle. And he said, I use that hotel as an escape. In case something happens that night, to your point, I'm getting overstimulated. I got someplace to go.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, I can calm down instead of, if I stay there, I'm probably going to create a scene. I'm going to just not be a good person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard because family is like, no, we want you here. And then, you know, people are like, oh, just go outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same.
Not
they
that.
don't know. They don't deal with that stuff. So it's really hard to explain it to families
When
sometimes.
you feel like crap too, because
you don't want to
just
impact.
like that, everybody goes through so much trouble to plan this big thing and, you know, have the whole family together.
And then you feel like you ruin it.
And I feel like a piece of crap because I'm like, get away from me. I don't want to be in this room. You know, I'm plotting everybody's demise at the moment right now.
Right.
It's hard. And all I want to do is run away or just ball up and scream but there again, that's where we also feed off of each other. You know when I'm to that point and you don't just go, calm down.
Yeah.
A lot of people would, okay, he knows when he sees the look on my face that we got to go somewhere. We got to get out. So we make an excuse. We're going to run to the store.
Yeah.
He's like, he'll jump up and, hey, we're going to run to the grocery store real quick. Hey, Christy, come on. And, just we're out of there. He knows.
Yeah. Well, I think we do that. Yeah. We definitely have those things where you're like, hey, we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Because before it's always been just calm down. Why are you being such a jerk? Just calm down. Smile. Why don't you just smile?
Yeah.
That just makes it 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. You just don't know. And I think some of the reason that we talked earlier, like I get agitated. And I do it. Listen, I do it now. I do it with her still because I've always done it because I think I'm at the point where how do I say this? It feels like when I'm going through that episode, I'm having those attacks, I get agitated because in my mind, you're not moving fast enough for me. Like I want it right now. Like, listen, this is like, how do I explain this? Like, I know I'm going to pass out. My mind has already told me, like, listen, I got like seconds. That's all I got, and I'm going to pass out. When I tell you I need water, I need it right now.
You need it like 5 minutes
ago. And then I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, my mind like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where are you? Hello, are you here?
And it's literally been seconds.
And it's only been a few seconds. But during this episode, you get, I don't want to say angry, but definitely I get agitated because I'm like, look, I need it, and I can't go get it myself. People are like, well, just go get it yourself. I can't.
You can't.
Because I feel like if I get up, I'm just going to fall over and pass on the floor. So I do get agitated, but it's because you're not moving quick enough for me, or you can't find it, and they're like, we're doing this, or the dog, I got to get the dog. Listen, who cares about the dogs? I'm the priority right now, right? That's how your mind goes. I want it right now, go and get it. Yeah. So you know that. Like we've been in situations, listen, all I got to do is come out and look at you and say,
I know the look on his face.
I can just look and say, look, I don't feel good. And then she already knows what to go get. So I think having that support, like I know to get you out of the house, something ain't right. Mm-hmm. You need some time, right? Then we kind of do that. And
we've had that with blood sugar too. It's like,
I know when your blood sugar is going to drop and you're going to pass out.
Eat this.
I've had to carry you out of the woods. I've had to carry you to different places to get you in the vehicle. So I do. And then, another thing that we haven't really got into is, people, listen, everybody does something. I don't care who you are. No one is going to tell me anytime that they're perfect. Yeah. There's always going to be criticism, and, you watch YouTube videos, and I follow a ton of people on YouTube, and everybody wants to criticize somebody, right?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be drinking that coffee. If you have anxiety, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol. Why do you smoke? Why do you do this? Like, listen, we ain't perfect. No one's perfect, right? I could probably go into your closet and find something like, well, why do you eat that? Why do you do that? How come you do this? Right? But you have to do what works for you.
Yeah.
Right? And so like people be like, well, why do you guys smoke cigarettes? Or why do you smoke a cigar? Or why do you use these vape mods? Or why do you do this? Like,
I smoke cigarettes and
yeah, I
vape
think it's
mods
not,
because I don't like jail.
yeah. I mean, so certain things help. I think for me, the nicotine helped for a while, right? The
Yeah.
nicotine helped. And if you guys really do your research, we recently read some stuff on nicotine. There was a couple doctors you can go watch on the Sean Ryan show that he interviewed that nicotine had healthy, good benefits.
Not cigarettes.
In the right way. I'm not saying
nicotine.
Yeah, I'm saying nicotine, not cigarettes
for
and like
Parkinson's, Alzheimer's.
What's in it, carcinogens and tar. I'm saying nicotine by itself.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing, right? There's some things you can get with just nicotine in it, nothing else. But go listen. All I ask everybody is do your research before you start commenting and telling people that that's not good for you. Because
a lot of it's like the calming habit.
Yeah.
It's the hand to mouth. It's something to do to distract your brain.
I think a lot of it's calming.
Yeah.
But I hate that worse than anything. And listen, we made this channel. That's why we said this is unedited, right? And listen, it's our channel. Do what you want, right? But I've listened to 1,000 people on YouTube, and people want to criticize and listen. You do you.
Everybody's got a different solution.
You do you, and I'll do me. Because I guarantee you, I can go into your world and tear your stuff apart and what you're doing and how come you're doing this.
But what does that do for you?
Yeah, we're all not perfect. I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. I'm just trying to do the best that I can with the hand I got dealt.
Perfectly broken.
Yeah. So I think it's just a process. We're still learning, about this stuff. We're still trying different things. So yeah, if you know anything, leave it in the comments. But I just think if it helps anybody, right, that has ADHD, the PTSD, the panic attacks, anxiety, I think that's why we wanted to make the video tonight. Just to kind of give our story a little bit of where ours came from, what we do to try and cope with it.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's not like it's been easy. It's not like it hasn't caused massive issues in our lives throughout our lives, and even to this day, it causes problems. We would love to have a fix to not have to deal with this anymore, and to heal and to repair the problems that it's caused. Because I know for me, it's caused tremendous problems in my family and with my kids and stuff like that. And I wish that there was a way. I mean, you understand it a little more than most people, I guess, because I try to explain in detail what I'm experiencing at the time. I don't think you completely understand. There's no way you can completely understand unless you experienced it, with the ADHD and the PTSD and all that stuff.
No.
But I wish there was a way for someone to see inside your head and see see what the emotional toll it's taken, and the things that I didn't know were going on in my life, like through my childhood, my adulthood, all the screwed up decisions I made that were because of this. There's so many things that you can't undo. So that's why I say reach out to somebody that you can talk to that's educated in this, that can help you. Don't push dirt on it, and deal with it someday. Talk to somebody that can help you now.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing, right? Is to brush it under the rug. And listen, you might talk to 5 people and they be like, you're fine. Listen, I couldn't tell you times I got told by people. Oh, no, just suck it up. You're fine. You're just being, then they're not the right people, right? You need to go find the right people to talk to. Yeah. So keep going. Don't get discouraged. Find the right person that's going to listen and say, hey, you know what? I'm not there. Because I couldn't tell you times I wanted to take people and be like, okay, I'll tell you what, I wish you were in my brain, in my head,
I'd give
and
anything.
you went through this panic attack, because I can't explain it to you what it feels like, because you don't know.
No.
People are like, oh, I've had those. No, you didn't. You had something like it maybe, or a level of it, but not to where I have it. So, it's like me saying, well, I can totally relate because I did this one time. No, you can't. Because it's different. We're all built different.
I've seen it firsthand plenty of times, but I didn't even really realize the severity of them until the one on the food truck that day.
Yeah.
And then the one in the hospital. And then the one when we went to the ER, just Thanksgiving.
I think those are the top 3 ones I've had.
Those are the worst.
I really thought.
By far. Those are the ones that made me go, okay, something is really, really bad going wrong. Because that's not something that you can just go, oh, I'm having a panic attack. Oh my gosh, it's horrible, it's horrible. You can't create those neurological responses if it's just in your head. You can't cause the outward, I guess, the visual things and that actually cause a doctor, or in that case, a group of doctors, to feel that you're having a heart attack, or to feel that you're dying, or to feel that you've had a stroke.
Yeah.
And to do the assessments that they would for someone that's crashing, someone that's had a stroke, or someone that's having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something you can just manifest. So
no, and that's
for me to see those things and know the reality of them. Now, granted, sometimes I guess when you get agitated in them, sometimes I'm like, okay, I know what to do. I'm doing it. Now just zip it and let me do it. I guess the annoying things are like in the middle of the night when you wake me up.
Yeah.
I'm not even remotely awake. My brain's not even functioning yet, and you're yet barking and demanding and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, my feet are moving. My brain is still asleep. You got to give me a half a shake to get, coherent. And you're over here going, why aren't you helping me? And I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? I am helping you.
Yeah, but you got to understand, you can't control that.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I've been through that for years, and I mean years, and I'm sure the people that I was with at that point thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, why are you yelling at me? But like, listen, I can't control that.
Mm-hmm.
So how I explain this, it's not me, right? It's me, but it's like the fear talking, not me talking. It's like that piece of it, because I'm not trying to be mean, right? Because I'm just not a mean individual. I'm just not like that. But like, those exact words have come out of my mouth for 20 years when I've had those. And I look at people like, why are you not helping? Do you not care? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you not helping me?
Yeah.
Like, I need help. Get in here. And they're literally trying. Like, they're like, well, I'm out trying to get the wash rag. I'm trying to get the ice. I'm trying to get. But when you're in this,
it's like desperation.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. You don't know till you're in it. And it's like this tunnel vision. You kind of feel like everything getting real fuzzy. Everybody knows you're going to go. You're going to go. You pass out. You feel it. And I can feel it coming. And I'm so afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pass out. So I'm just getting agitated to say, hurry up, put this Band-Aid on, whatever we got to do to make this stop.
Yeah.
And that's tough, because I wish I could change that and just say, listen, stay calm. Don't get agitated at these people. They're trying to help you, but I can't control that.
Right.
It's like something comes over and I'm out of control. I don't have any control over my emotions, I think, at that point. It just kind of like takes over or something. I don't know how to explain it. But
I'm not saying that I ignore you, but I know enough about it now. I don't ignore you. I just know to just, let that go, and just know what I need to do to help you.
Yeah.
Do what I need to do.
Well, okay. And I'm going to tell you something.
I don't even let that stuff.
So I will tell you, recently, the last couple times this happened. In the last, I don't know, couple months, had a couple. I think
Small ones.
Small
Yeah.
ones, not real bad ones. I've had a couple small ones.
Not
the
as
last
bad as
couple months.
the Thanksgiving one was the worst.
But recently, I would say what has definitely helped is the neck. So that's something new I haven't done.
I hate that nap.
But when you like, I have you stand in front of me, and I'm usually sitting on the bed because I can't lay down during these. I gotta like sit up.
Yep.
And you kind of like you just start rubbing my shoulders and down the side of my neck.
Like from the base of his skull.
Yeah, just that massage has helped a lot. To where I didn't like it, like immediately started to suppress it and not make it as bad. So now like that's what the go-to. Now unfortunately I can't, you're not with me all the time. I can't just go up to some girl at work and like, hey, can you massage my neck? Probably not.
Don't make me go get the other hoodie.
So, you know, so listen, I've done it. I've had at work where I've kind of tried to do it myself and just
it's not the same.
Kind of massage my things. Now I did see something the other day. We saw it. We didn't buy it. Do you remember what it was? It was like that little.
Yeah, that looks like two little hands massage.
Yeah, and it's mobile, and you can like put it where. So see, on it, something like that I would get
on the list.
Because I would carry that in my bag, right? And then just if you could just slap that on your neck and let that thing just sit back there, and not something you got to plug in and carry on.
Yeah.
It's just literally on batteries. I'm sure you just put it in there. And it starts,
it's just rechargeable.
Yeah, that might be next.
But it's like at the base of the skull, there's like some nerve bundles that connect into the vagal nerve.
Yeah.
And that if you rub them, it kind of just opens that up and helps to calm it down and release it. So that was something kind of almost an acupressure-y thingy. So
it works. Like, listen, the last couple of times, that's definitely helped. I think that the cold water helps.
That's not when they're high. That's when they're at that midway point that you can get them down.
No, when they're high, I just, they always say to try and shock your body. I know for me, it's just get as cold as I can, right?
I could throw you in an ice
I want a fan on me at high blast, and I want cold water and a cold wash rag. I got to cool down because I feel like I'm overheated. But I don't know. There's a couple things. I mean, everything's different. I think we're both still work in progress, right?
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out, what works, what makes it feel better. Kind of a thing. But again, this is why we put the video out tonight. And now, not everybody that watches this is going to have these issues, but I think it's good to watch it and learn, because not only, maybe it's not you, maybe you'll talk to somebody, you'll come across somebody one day that suffers from these things, and you can say, hey, I watched this YouTube video the other day. These people were talking about this, that, and the other thing. Try this, try that. And then I'll try, when we upload the video in the description, I will leave a link to the Lavender nasal thing. I'll leave a link to that where you can get that.
Good.
It's not an affiliate link for us or anything, just so it'll help somebody. We'll put the link in for the Lavender, and I will also continue to put in the link for our other website. So our Patreon account will be in the link, and also buymeacoffee.com. Again, that's just where you can go and support the page, right? The channel. You can support by donating money to the buymeacoffee.com. We use that money for coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
We got a lot of
coffee beans, trying different things. So it all goes back to the channel. So buymeacoffee.com will be in the link. The Patreon account will leave the Lavender, and I might put the kettle in there too. That was a super good kettle.
That's awesome.
I mean, does it say a brand on there? I don't know if it does on the thing.
It does right there, but
I'll put the brand in the. I'll list it in the box. But it's super, super fast kettle. It just sits in a little stand, and
Bodum, Bodum, or Bodum.
Bodum. I'll put the link for that too.
Really good. That's how you turn it on. You just hit the
you just push this little button, the orange light comes on, and that sucker was steaming in like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll put that link in the description too. Anything else? We good?
I say again, reach out for some therapy.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. You got to fix you first. That's been one of my major sources of anxiety. The things that I have broken in the past, trying to figure out a way to fix them. But I know that I have to fix me first before I can figure out how to fix everything I've screwed up. So reach out to somebody. And if you don't find the right one the first time, keep keep looking. If you're in law enforcement or military, reach out to someone that specializes in dealing with law enforcement for sure, definitely, because I've talked to people that actually my therapist now is married to a police officer, so she kind of knows at least one side of it, but I would definitely say reach out to someone that can relate, because the average Joe can't relate to the things that you've had to endure and dealt with, and the snowball effect of what it's caused in your life, because it does a lot of damage and leaves a lot of damage in its wake. So definitely stop shoving dirt on it and just sucking up and putting a smile on your face and going about your day like nothing ever happened. Just reach out to somebody.
Yeah, I think it's good advice.
And
everybody needs somebody to talk to, so I think that's
there's not an opt out.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Definitely.
good. Yeah, you got to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
If you do get to that point, you can talk to anybody. You can reach out to us. Anybody will listen. Just the opt out policy is not. It should never be on the table.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight.
Working on some good stuff for
Wednesday's podcast, the second one of the week. Yeah, we haven't decided yet, I don't think, but we'll come up with it.
We're close.
We're close to it. So Wednesday, we'll do it. So this one here, as you're watching, we'll get it up tomorrow and get it posted. So please share it. I know I talk about it all the time. It helps the channel. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel a lot, and share the video. Right? Again, this is to help other people. So please, if you do watch it, share it to your social media accounts.
Yep.
Right? So we can help other people out as well. So other than that, we had a good night, good cup of coffee. So we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.